Welcome to the Month in Review briefing. This briefing will highlight the weather of December 2013, precipitation highlights from the calendar year 2013, as well as the temperature and precipitation outlooks for the month of January 2014. This graphic is from the High Plains Regional Climate Center and shows the departure from normal temperatures for the month of December 2013. The time period for the normals is 1981 to 2010. A value of 0 would mean that the location reported a normal average temperature. Most of the Pacific Northwest reported below normal values for the month. A few select sites just east of the Cascades were near normal for the month. The next graphic is also from the High Plains Regional Climate Center. This shows the percent of normal precipitation for the Northwest for the month of December 2013. A value of 100% means that the location reported their average monthly total precipitation. Most of the region reported well below normal precipitation values, with some locations in Central Oregon 20 to 30% of normal. A few locations in Union County and Wallowa County reported precipitation values of around 130% of normal. Very cold air moved over the region during the first half of the month of December. Clear skies and light winds led to very cold mornings starting the morning of the 5th. Several weather stations broke record low temperatures the morning of the 7th. Bend, Oregon reported a record low of -7 degrees, breaking the previous record of -5 degrees set in 1956. The Hermiston Airport in Oregon reported a record low of -7 degrees, breaking the previous record of 6 degrees set in 1956. Long Creek, Oregon reported a record low of -10 degrees, breaking the previous record of -9 degrees set in 1972. Meacham, Oregon reported a record low of -24 degrees, breaking the previous record of -10 degrees set in 2009. Mora, Oregon reported a record low of -3 degrees, breaking the previous record of 3 degrees set in 2009. The city of Pendleton, Oregon reported a record low of 5 degrees, breaking the previous record of 8 degrees set in 2009. Redmond, Oregon reported a record low of -24 degrees, breaking the previous record of -11 degrees set in 1972. Seneca, Oregon reported a record low of -28 degrees, breaking the previous record of -22 degrees set in 1956. Sisters, Oregon reported a record low of -22 degrees, breaking the previous record of -2 degrees set in 1978. The city of The Dalles, Oregon reported a record low of 13 degrees, breaking the previous record of 14 degrees set in 2009. Goldendale, Washington reported a record low of 7 degrees, breaking the previous record of 8 degrees set in 1956. The Mount Adams Ranger Station in Washington reported a record low of -5 degrees, breaking the previous record of 7 degrees set in 1972. And Whitman Mission, Washington reported a record low of 7 degrees, breaking the previous record of 9 degrees set in 1980. A combination of a very cold air mass and increasing winds with the passage of a weather system during the first part of December led to very low wind chill values the night of December 8th. Wind chill is a term used to describe the rate of heat loss on the human body resulting from the combined effect of low temperature and wind. As winds increase, heat is carried away from the body at a faster rate, driving down both the skin temperature and eventually the internal body temperature. The following are a list of selected wind chill values that were calculated around the region the night of December 8th. The wind chill value for a weather station in Condon, Oregon was -21 degrees. For a weather station in Echo, Oregon, it was -25 degrees. For a weather station in Grass Valley, Oregon, it was -25 degrees. For a weather station in Hardman, Oregon, it was -22 degrees. For a weather station in Hermiston, Oregon, it was -21 degrees. For a weather station in Madras, Oregon, it was -31 degrees. For a weather station in Pendleton, Oregon, it was -22 degrees. For a weather station in Redmond, Oregon, it was -37 degrees. For a weather station in Seneca, Oregon, it was -24 degrees. And for a weather station in Ukiah, Oregon, it was -32 degrees. This graphic from the High Plains Regional Climate Center shows the percent of normal precipitation for the Northwest for the entire calendar year of 2013. A value of 100% means that the location reported their average yearly total precipitation. Most of the region reported annual precipitation values of less than 90%, except for portions of the Oregon Blue Mountains, which received near to slightly above normal precipitation totals for the year. As seen in the previous graphic, many locations in Northeast Oregon and Southeast Washington reported 2013 as below normal for the annual precipitation. Several stations reported 2013 in their top 10 driest calendar years on record. The Cooperative Weather Station in Mora, Oregon, reported 2013 as the 10th driest year on record, with 7.29 inches of precipitation. The driest year on record for Mora is 1967, with 6.05 inches of precipitation. The Dalles Airport Weather Station in Washington reported 2013 as the 8th driest year on record, with 9.54 inches of precipitation. The driest year on record for the Dalles Airport is 1976, with 6.95 inches of precipitation. The Pendleton Airport Weather Station in Oregon reported 2013 as the 7th driest year on record, with 9.27 inches of precipitation. The driest year on record for the Pendleton Airport is 1967, with 6.77 inches of precipitation. The Cooperative Weather Station in Seneca, Oregon, reported 2013 as the 6th driest year on record, with 8.86 inches of precipitation. The driest year on record for Seneca is 1935, with 5.22 inches of precipitation. The Yakima Airport Weather Station in Washington reported 2013 as the 6th driest year on record, with 5.49 inches of precipitation. The driest year on record for the Yakima Airport is 1976, with 4.18 inches of precipitation. The Cooperative Weather Station at Pendleton Dam in Oregon reported 2013 as the 5th driest year on record, with 6.54 inches of precipitation. The driest year on record for Pendleton Dam is 2002, with 5.12 inches of precipitation. The Redmond Airport Weather Station in Oregon reported 2013 as the 5th driest year on record, with 4.8 inches of precipitation. The driest year on record for the Redmond Airport is 2007, with 3.78 inches of precipitation. The Cooperative Weather Station in Goldendale, Washington, reported 2013 as the 2nd driest year on record, with 10.11 inches of precipitation. The driest year on record for Goldendale is 1935, with 9.92 inches of precipitation. And the Walla Walla Airport Weather Station in Washington reported 2013 as the 2nd driest year on record, with 12.53 inches of precipitation. The driest year on record for the Walla Walla Airport is 1952, with 12.18 inches of precipitation. And now we will turn our attention to the forecast for January 2014. This graphic is issued by the Climate Prediction Center, or CPC, and is the temperature outlook for the month of January. The cool colors indicate a greater chance of below normal temperatures, and the warm colors represent a greater chance of above normal temperatures. The time period for the normals runs from 1981 to 2010. The Pacific Northwest is under what is called equal chances. This means that the probability of the most likely category cannot be determined, and the expected likelihood of above, below, or near normal temperatures doesn't differ from the climatological odds of 33.3% for each category. This graphic is CPC's precipitation outlook for the month of January. The green colors represent a greater chance of above normal precipitation, and the brown colors represent a greater chance of below normal precipitation. The Pacific Northwest is under equal chances. Please keep in mind that these are probabilities of averages, and that the day-to-day weather will still vary for the month of January. This concludes our briefing. Please continue to visit National Weather Service web pages for the latest weather information, including watches, warnings, and advisories. Thank you for your time.